See the what is meant by a networks. A network is a set of devices, often referred to as a nodes, connected by communication links. A node can be a computer, printer, or any other device capable of or sending or receiving data generated by other nodes on the network. So simply thinking is that network is nothing but there is a connection between number of devices and they can transfer information from one device to another, and when there is a connection we call there is a link between them. So of course there will be few devices will be act as a sender, or device can be act as a sender or receiver. So we have to consider that there will be a networks can be defined with a distributed processing, network criteria, physical structure, network models, categories of networks, interconnection of networks, that is called as the inter-network. So these are the words that will be coming in the definition of network. Now we'll see that what are the basic types of connection: point to point and multi-point. Point to point means there is an involvement of only one device with other device and it is having a link between them, that is a point to point. Then multi-point means there is an involvement of more than one devices or we can call it station. So there will be, as an example you can see on the diagram, there is a mainframe machine is shown and there are a number of stations. They are connected with a communication medium where it is possible that a communication from mainframe to number of station is possible. So that is called as a multi-point. Now we'll go that when you forming a network, there may be some topologies you have to use. So there are basically four topologies are there: mesh, star, bus, and ring. So afterwards we'll see the details of these topologies. So at this is remember that the topology is nothing but the forming structure of a network. Means how it connected the number of devices in a specific structure. So at this point we have seen that what is mean by data communication and what is mean by network. Now we'll start with the our unit number 1 where we say that we are going with the learn with the physical layer as a title of unit number 1. So now we'll see the definition of computer network. So we already seen that what is meant by networks. So there is a connection between number of devices. So one of the device is a computer. So computer network connects two or more autonomous computers. Now here word is autonomous means the computer are working on self. So that's why it is called as a autonomous computer. Means it have some processing capability. The computers can be geographically located anywhere. So here also it is mentioned that you can connect number of computers where location may not be same, location may be different. So geographically distributed till we can form a network between these number of computers. Now when you say that computer network, then what is the use of computer network? So basically there are four categories are mentioned as a uses of computer networks: business application, home application, mobile users, and social issues. Now we'll see one by one. So we'll start with the first as a business application. Now when you go to the business, everybody knows that there are many companies may have number of computers that may be required to do some tasks. So as an example you can see that a company may have a computer to monitor their production. A company may have a computer to monitor or keep track of inventories. A company may have a computer where the employees data as well as payroll data may be available. Now basically these computers if are not connected, they are doing their own work with respect to the production, maybe inventories, maybe payroll, or maybe employee information. But now assume that a manager want to see the information of all these computer by sitting at one place. If there is no network between these computers, then there is a possibility that the manager would not be see the data from this each computer. So personally he have to visit, or that person have to come to the manager and provide the information. So if there is a network, means that these computers will called as a resources. If these are connected with each other, then there is a possibility that the manager can sit at one place and can access or extract data from this different computer. So network gives one of the best thing with respect to your business application or a specific company. So next comes resource sharing. So one of the best application of a business is a resource sharing. Now assume that there is only one printer in an office and it should be get shared by number of computers. So it is possible that if you are in the network, then we can attach a one printer to a specific machine, and that machine is connected with number of different computers. So anybody can give the printout from one machine to a specific machine where printer is connected. So it is one of the sharing that happen, that there is a one printer but it can be shared by more than one computers. The next is a backup system. So what are the data you are processing on your personal computer, if it is connected on the network, then it is possible that what are the data that can be get backup on a single machine. So whenever any problem on a specific machine, it is possible that data can be get recovered from that centralized machine. So if all machines are connected with each other, it is possible that you can take the backup of all these machines. Now next thing is that we are considered only office. There may be a possibility of a company where it's have different offices at different location. So it is possible that there are group of computers they are working in one location and group of computers they are working in the another location. So that time it is possible that you have to share your data from one location to another location. So we call it as a distributing environment where the peoples are working on the different locations. Machines are located at different geography location till they can share the data from one location to another location. So there is one of the thinking we call as a virtual private network that can be get formed between different offices of specific company, and they can share or communicate their information using that virtual private network. We'll see the details of this VPN when you are learning next units. The next thinking is that a client and server. So there will be a one machine which is providing the services that we call as a server, and there are number of machines they are requesting the services and are getting service from the server. So who is the requester, that generally called as a client, and who is the providing a service, that is called as a server. So that is we can call as a client server. So you'll see the details of client server when you're learning a few units. Now we can see the example here, a network with two clients and one server. So there is a single server which is connected to the network, and a, more than one machine is connected to that network. So every client can request to that server to get a specific service. So what basically comes with client server model? So important is a data sharing. So all of you familiar that you are using a web application. So you are using a browser as an interface, as a client interface, and you are accessing that information from a specific server. Or simply if you say that www.yahoo.com, so it may be get stored on a single server, but it is possible that number of user can open www.yahoo.com. So it is the best example of data sharing as a web application. Then there is a personal information sharing. So one of these email, that is called the electronic mail. So everybody is using a concept of electronic mail, where is thinking is that what we want to send from one user to another user through a exchange we call as a message, that is called as a electronic mail. So there is a possible that a one service provider is there, that is maybe say that your Google is a service provider as a Google Mail service, and there will be number of users have their email account under that Gmail, and it is possible that you are sharing that resource as a Google Mail service. Then next is a voice over IP. So all of you know that as a today's area, we are using a smartphone where it is possible that you can communicate using your computer or internet protocol for transmission of voice. So best example is your a WhatsApp, where it is possible that you can communicate with a video call or you can communicate with audio call over your IP. Then next is video sharing. So all of you know that the video on demand, that is like a YouTube. It is possible that you can share the information on your network. Then teleconferencing, that it is possible that the more than one people can sit different location and they can communicate with each other. That is called the teleconferencing, or sometimes we call it the video conferencing. Then desktop sharing. So it is possible that whatever you are doing on your machine can be shared to the another machine. So your desktop or whatever things application you are doing on your desktop can be visualized by another person. That is called the desktop sharing, or you can say that remote accessing. Then telemedicine. So it is possible that you can provide information related with your healthcare system as a remote communication or using a network. So that is a personal information sharing. Then next is the e-commerce. So all of you knowing that today's area goes with that instead of going to a specific shopping mall or a specific shop, it is possible that you can sit at your home and you can give the order for a specific product. That is called as a shopping from home. So generally client server model involves request and replies. Client machine always requests to the server machine and server machine gives a response in the sense of reply. Now next category is home application. So one of the person, that is the name is given Ken Olson, in 1977 is the president of Digital Equipment Corporation. It is the second largest computer company after IBM. Have given a statement. There is no reason for any individual to have a computer in his home. So this statement is given in 1977, but today you can see that every home have a specific a device that can be act as a computer. But in 1977, it is a prediction is given that there is no need to any human being to have a computer in his home. Then you can say second point, what single biggest reason for purchasing a home computer is the internet. So when there is the area of internet, there is a communication is happening between one device with another device. Then there are lot many people, they are purchasing a computer in their home which is connected to the internet. So what is the purpose? Purpose is surfing the web is done for variety of reasons. So first is getting information from the internet. So it may be information related to your arts, related to your business, related to cooking, government information, health information, history information, hobbies, recreation, science, sports, travel. So lot many things that are coming as a in the sense of information by surfing the web. So everybody knows that the Google search engine is the best engine where we can get any type of information as per your requirement. Then reading the newspaper, then reading the online books, we call it the online digital libraries. Then there is a client server access. So what is the purpose of client server access? We already seen. Then there is a peer-to-peer communication. So there is a possible that there is a communication between one user to another user, or we can call it as one person to another person, that we call as a peer-to-peer communication. So here is the example where peer-to-peer system, there are no fixed client side server. So individual peer is act as a client as well as server, and they are communicating with each other in the sense of one-to-one communication as peer-to-peer communication. So application of peer-to-peer application, that BitTorrent. So maybe you have heard this already, but now it is stopped. So that is for video downloading. That is a BitTorrent. Then sharing of music and videos. That is one of the Napster. Is one of the company. They have developed the application where you can do the sharing of music and videos. Then email is the one of the best application you can call as a peer-to-peer application. Then application that involve interaction between, so there is a possible interaction between a person and a database that is stored on a specific machine, that is a remote database. So location of database and person are different. Then person to person communication, so it is possible that one person sitting in Koporgaon can communicate with another person which is sitting in a Delhi. So how it is possible to make a communication as person to person? So there are a number of ways. So it may be audio communication or audio plus video communication. Then instant messaging, that is like your Twitter that everybody knows. Then online audio, that is you call the radio channel. So everybody knows that today on your mobile phone or a smartphone you can hear number of audio songs with different radio channels. So there are a number of applications are available. Then you can see the different videos, that is called the online video. So YouTube is the best. We already seen that there are a number of videos are available on YouTube and you can see that videos. Then tele-learning. So it is possible that if you have a communication channel or communication medium, it is possible that we can learn remotely. Now we are doing the same thing. We are learning through our Sanjeevani LMS. Okay. Then social networking, that is a social application where number of peoples or group of peoples are coming together and they are interacting information with each other. So there are number of mediums are available or number of applications are available. That is one of it, Facebook. Then is Wikipedia where you can share the information. Today on your mobile device you are using a WhatsApp. That is the best social networking application. Then you can do the home shopping. So you can sit in your home and you can shop any type of product. Then finances, it is possible that you can do the your bank transaction using your device with person to person communication. Then online auction, so it is possible that your second hand thing can be sold on your network. So one of the example is eBay. So some of form of e-commerce are, we can see the tag is given B2C, that is business to consumer, that is ordering books on online. So that everybody knows, that is same thing, ordering any item online. So that is business to consumer. Then B2B, that is business to business. So any business person can purchase a required value for his business from another business. So that is example is car manufacturing order tires from supplier. G2C, government to consumer. So government distributing tax form electronic. That is possible today. We can fill lot many government forms online. Okay. Then C2C, consumer to consumer. That is auctioning second hand products online. So already I mentioned that one of the website, that is eBay. Then P2P, that is peer to peer, that is the sharing of information. That is we already seen lot many examples of peer to peer communication. Then a home applications may comes in the category entertainment. So you want some quality movies that you can see on your network or you can download and you can see, that is the MP3 or DVD quality movies. Then there are live television, that is called the IPTV, that is IP televisions. Then there is the interactive live TV, so it is possible that you can interact with that live television communication. Then game playing, that multi-person real-time simulation game. So there is a, now because of network it is possible that you can sit in one location, the another person is sitting in another location, and till we can play a single game. That is a game playing or it is a multi-person real-time communication. Then ubiquitous computing, that is a smart home monitoring. Now this is one of the area we can call as the Internet of Things (IoT), where it is possible that by sitting at your office, you can monitor the activities that is happening in your home. That is a smart home monitoring. Then there is another thing called RDIF, that is a radio frequency identification. So there is now RF tag concept is available. So instead of now barcodes, there is a RF tag, that is a electronic made this RF tag. So by using some sensor devices, we can send the information from this RF tag. So basically these RF tags are used in the IoT. So next thing is comes under the mobile users. Mobile means it is a movable. Okay. So user can move from one location to another with respect to that device. So it is called as a mobile user. So what are the mobile devices you are using? That's are we call as a mobile, that is a movable device. So mobile computers we can get handed and laptops. Okay. So this is the fastest growing segment in computer history. Individuals are able to use their mobile devices to work with, read and send email, tweet, watch movies, download music, play games, surf the webs. So these are the lot many things that is coming under that. Then internet connectivity allows for those applications to be easily built as wireless networks. So there is a possibility that your device is a movable device. So your car is moving on the road till communication is possible. Boats, airplanes that does not have a wired connection, but they have a wireless network till they can communicate with each other. Then cellular networks, that is your mobile device or the handset you are using as a telecommunication. Then wireless hotspots, that is with 802.11 standard. So it is possible that there is a one hotspot device that is providing internet service to different devices. So there is a wireless networking versus mobile wireless networks. So wireless networking that maybe comes with respect to the Pacific region. Then mobile wireless network means when you are moving from one wireless region into the another region, then it comes under the mobile wireless networks. So combination of wireless networks and mobile computing comes with different ways. So there is a wireless, then mobile wireless means without wired as a medium for communication. Mobile means it is a movable. So you can see the communication desktop computer in offices. They are not wireless, but today it may be possible they are having a wireless device, but generally it is called as a wired devices and it is not movable. A notebook computer used in hotel room, it is movable, but it may not be wireless. Then a network in unwired buildings. So it is a you can form a network as a wireless network in your building. So it may be wireless, but it is not a movable. Then there are handheld number of devices or computers where both things are happening. You are communicating as a wireless communication as well as you are moving from one location to another location till we are getting that service that we can call as a mobile. So mobile users, all of you knowing that a smartphone is the best example, that is integration of internet with telephony. So we can use number of things using smartphone. So everybody knows this. So just you read out what are the things are coming under the smartphone. Then sensor network. So there are lot many sensors now are used to sense the information from the environment, and depend on that information a specific action can be taken. So this is the area of we can call as a intelligence of things, or it may be called as a internet of things by using a sensor network. So it may be a sensor network, may be a wired sensor network, or it may be a wireless sensor network. Then variable computers. So everybody knows that at today's area there is called as ubiquitous computing or as a pervasive computing, where it is possible that when you move anywhere, anytime we can access that. That is called as a pervasive, or we can call as a ubiquitous computing. So it is possible if you can wear a specific device on your body, so it is sensing some information and that information may be provided to the specific network, or it may be passed to a remote machine and you can track with respect to that. Okay. So that is called as a wearable computer, and it is maybe wear on your body or it may be implanted within your body. So when you are using a complete network, then you have to consider some social issues. So first is the network neutrality, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, profiling user and phishing. So network neutrality means that what type of contents you are providing with respect to network, it does not matter. So communication are not to be differentiated by their content, source or who is providing. That is called as a network neutrality. Then copyright. Now there are a number of things are there. We have mentioned a specific copyright means we cannot reuse that information without a permission, or we can call it without licensing. So when you are working with a data, so there is a digital copyright is available. So you have to check that whatever data you are using having a copyright or not. Then profiling users. Now this is the most important thing. Now today's everybody having a account on your specific application which use the internet. So we are preparing our profile. So we are providing some of your personal information as well as your account information, and all your personal social life is also you are profiling with your specific application. So there are number of things that there is a risk happen that whatever data you are sharing with specific application that may not be used by a illegal user. So there are number of things comes under that profiling users, or it comes under the call as a network security or a information security. Then phishing, this is a important thing that phishing means it is a something that you get data not from original source, it may be a duplicate original source. So these are the called as phishing website. So there are maybe lot many websites are there which will look like as your original website, but possibly they are accepting information from you and it is not going to your original web service provider, it may go to the third person. So that is one of the category called as a phishing. Then another concept is that when you are commenting with email, there is a possibility that one of the attack it is mentioned as a masquerade, where it is thing is that who is a sender. So there is a possibility that who have seen have some trustworthy. So sender A and receiver B. So there is a possibility that A have sent the message to B, B have received the message from A, but A will say that I have not sent the message. So there is a possibility that you have to work with a trusting authority, that is your third party trust, where it is thing is that we have to trust that whatever the message I received from is from originated from A. So this comes under the something called as the illegal activity. There are a number of solutions. One is called as a digital signature. Then next is technology called as encryption, or you can use a cryptology. There is a possible that whatever your data you are sending on the network, it is get encrypted by using some key. So who is having that key or who is authorized to see that data can be decrypt only. Other things or other person cannot use that data. So it comes under the category of security under network as well as information. Now next thing comes as a network hardware. So we up to this we have seen that what is meant by network, why network is required. Now we have to go with a network to how it get formed. So basically a network can be defined with personal area networks, local area networks, metropolitan area networks, wide area networks, and today we call as a internet. So we'll see the details of this later on. Then when we have a network, then we have two things. One is a transmission technology. So how your data is get transmitted, and what is the scale of your network. Scale means it is a distance. So if you are sitting in Koperga and you are sending a data to the America, so distance between Koperga and America, it's matter or not. That comes under the your scale concept. So first you will that transmission technologies. So basically there is a transmission comes with two types. It's called the broadcast and unicast. And there is a third category that is we call as a multicast. First we'll see that what is meant by broadcast. So broadcast means communication channel shared by all machines. It means that all machines can communicate with each other. So packets sent by any machines are received by all others, but it depends on whose intended recipient will be get processed. So an address field within each packet specifies the intended recipient. If packet is intended for some other machine, it is just ignored. If packet is intended for the recipient machine, then it is processed. So this is important thing when you are sending a packet in your broadcast network. Then wireless network is a common example of broadcast link. So communication is shared over a coverage region that depends on the wireless channel and the transmission machine. So wireless network is a best example of your broadcast transmission technology. Broadcast system usually also allows the possibility of addressing a packet to all destinations. It does not mean that when a one machine is sending a data is only a one other machine, or it may be possibility that a one machine can send the data to multiple machines. So we call it as a multicast, where one is a sender and more than one are the receiver. So this broadcast has a subcategory we can call as a multicast, or otherwise broadcast means many to many. The next is a unicast, or we call as a point to point. So it is connect individual pair of machines. Mean pair means only two one-to-one packets or messages may have to visit one or more intermediates machine. So your packet may pass from intermediate machine, but is intended only with a single point. Multiple routes of different lengths are possible. So it is possible that your packet may pass from different routes, but it is received only with intended user. Finding good ones is important. Unicasting transmission with exactly one sender and exactly one receiver. So it is a unicast is generally coming in the point to point network. So transmission technologies come under broadcast, multicast and unicast. Then next is a scale. So already I mentioned the scale comes under the distance. So distance is important as a classification metric because different technology are used at different scales. So possible that when you move from one region to another region, technology may get changed. So our expectation is that no problem, I am sending from one region, it should be passed to the another region instead of what technology have used. So classification in the sense of type of networks is comes under the scale. So classification of interconnected processor by scale. So you can see that interprocessor distance, processor located in a specific region, and what we call is a type of network. So distance is 1 meter, so you can call as a region as a square meter. So it may be called as a personal area network. Then distance may be 10 meter, 100 meter or 1 kilometer. So location may be a single room, location may be a building, or location may be a campus. So maybe called as our college campus. So this type of network is called as a local area network. Then there is a distance may be considered as a 10 kilometers. So it is a region we call as a Pacific city. So it may be a Kopargar city, or it may be a Nagar city, or it may be a Nashik. So its network type is called the metropolitan area network. The network comes with a distance as 100 kilometer. So location you can call as a country. So within a country, a communication from one location to another location with distance may be 100 kilometer or more than 100 kilometer. So it may be a 1000 kilometer, we can call it a continent. So it may be called as a wide area network. And the distance that is beyond that 10,000 kilometer we call as a planet, or maybe called as a all over the world It is connected, then it called as a internet.